about main event time. And the man that I've never seen in a good mood, maybe more surly than ever, the man that was eliminated in the 16-bit challenge by the Hurricane, Shane Helms. The man that targeted Wardlow at the end of the night for an IWC Championship opportunity. The human crime scene could realize a lot of potential in the next several minutes.
Look at the size of him. It's not like he's ever been a small guy, but good Lord, he looks huge.
6'4", 291, so says our online tale of the tape.
He is just stalking the ring.
A man that is as close to indestructible as maybe I've seen. IWC's tail of the tape says 6'3", 254, but this man's every bit of 6'4", 265 if he's an ounce. It is nearly unprecedented. Third reign as champion. This is going to be immovable force and irresistible object.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is set for one fall, and it is the main event of the evening for the IWC World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first our referee in charge of the belt, sounds Bobby Williams. And now, the challenger! He hails from wherever the hell he damn well pleases. Weighing in at 288 pounds, he is the human crime scene, Brock Nasty! And his opponent across the ring from Cleveland, Ohio, he weighing in at 270 pounds, and he is the IWC World Heavyweight Champion. This is Wardlow.
The phrase that keeps coming out of Bulk Nasty's mouth when I talk to him is, "This is big man business." And I don't know that it gets much more big man than these two. I don't know that it gets much bigger in general than these two.
Yeah, and certainly the stakes could not be higher. The top prize in the International Wrestling Cartel at stake. When you're talking one-on-one IWC title, this may also literally be the biggest matchup in the history of that championship as well.
And Bulk in no hurry to lock up with Wardlow.
Is he really?
And you notice the demeanor of the two athletes. Wardlow is laid back, relaxed. Bulk Nasty is as tense and rigid as ever, but both men focused. Both men block out any other distractions when it's time to hook them up.
Well, I think we've seen Wardlow be focused and aggressive. I just think he realizes that that is not the path to take against someone like Bulk Nasty and his hyper anger, for lack of a better term.
I'm not sure if there's one right answer for how to approach either of these athletes. Sometimes it's pot luck. Sometimes it just swing for the fences, try to throw a Hail Mary, whatever adage you want to use. I mean, how do you chop down a tree this thick? How do you stop somebody with this kind of a reputation and a path of destruction and list of victims behind them?
I don't know how you stop. I
know how you piss one off.
Angry man just got angrier.
And no fear from the man with war in his name. About as an aggressive collar and elbow tie-up as you're going to see. And it's Bulk with the wrist.
Just jerking those joints around like he wants to take an arm home with him.
Both men are very accustomed to being far and away the power and the aggressor in whatever respective match they're in. In this contest, I look at that as a wash, and that could change the strategies.
I agree. I want to point out that Wardlow has 2 or 3 times tried to break that hold, and he couldn't beat his way out of it.
Way to chill in a nice drop kick. Incredible vertical leap by the man with war in his name.
He finally had to run to the ropes and use that second rope for some agility to throw Bulk Nasty off of his arm. He was doggedly holding on to it.
And now Wardlow rules the ring, and it's Bulk Nasty left to regroup. I would say the majority of this opening exchange Bulk had control of, but Wardlow was the first to strike big.
You see, I'm looking at this, and my thought is Wardlow has to worry about the fact that something like a wrist lock, it took over a minute's worth of effort and 3 different attempts to get out of. I think that's sitting somewhere in his psyche.
It is Wardlow striking big with Bulk Nasty in the corner, but we are not alone at this point, Jay Worth.
No, you are not.
John McChesney, Super Indy champion, has joined us quite unannounced. What brings you here?
That's right. Well, you know, while I was wrestling Dylan Bostic, I happened to look up this way, up where you guys are doing commentating, and I saw Wardlow staring a hole right through me down into the ring, and I want to know why he's doing that. Wardlow, if you got a problem with me, you got something to say to me, come and call me out, all right? That's all I got to say about that. If he looks at me wrong one more time, I'm going to take care of some business then, Rusty.
Thank you very much for your time, John McChesney. Apparently, apparently Wardlow was watching on at the Super Indy Championship matchup, and I personally didn't notice that because of how enthralled I was in the contest, but obviously John did, and obviously he didn't forget, Jay Worth.
Yeah, clearly. He had a look of intensity on in his eyes as he delivered that message.
And you got to believe Wardlow will get that message as soon as this footage is released. And I cannot imagine Wardlow handling it in a calm fashion.
And Bulk Nasty reminding the ref he has till 10. Ooh.
Well, Bulk was looking to intimidate some of these fans, which it's not hard for Bulk to do, but it's not how you're going to win an IWC title.
Well, Wardlow came out and reminded Bulk that he's fighting him, not the clock. So...
And that could be just the difference between experience in big match situations between Wardlow versus Bulk Nasty. Wardlow has been to this dance many, many times. Bulk Nasty, less times in the main event. Man, she packs a punch.
Well, that's not right. How is that not outside interference?
Not saying it's right, but it was impressive. Bulk hasn't exactly made friends here in the crowd, in the locker room, on the street.
Sure, once again, I point out it does say IWC Wrestling, not IWC Friendship Building.
Howard Bulk changes the tone, sidewalk slam. And there's a bit of a receipt. Bulk has only gotten angrier. I'm surprised steam hasn't formed from above his head yet.
To be fair, it is kind of dry in here. You may not be able to see it as easy. So.
And there are not many men who, in one maneuver, have been able to switch momentum against Wardlow this drastically.
And you have to believe that that is another thing sitting in Wardlow's head. He is not used to having... He wrestles his match. And sometimes he loses a little control of it, but he gets it back to where he wants to be. He's not used to having his match ripped away from him this easily.
Bulk Nasty, the most dominant performance in the 16-bit Rumble, eliminated about a third of the field, including 7-foot-tall Paxton Calloway. So you know size is not an intimidating factor against Bulk Nasty.
I can't think of anything that is an intimidating factor when it comes to Bulk Nasty. Bulk does what Bulk wants to do when Bulk wants to do it.
And Bulk almost encouraging these fans to rally behind the man with war in his name. Perhaps Bulk feels that it's a foregone conclusion. Bulk could make his career tonight with an IWC Championship victory.
Oop. Up and down.
A gourd buster on 260 plus. And Bulk, a Wardlow-style cover. That was a calling card of Wardlow a number of times early in his dominant IWC run. Was Bulk trying to tell Wardlow perhaps you've been replaced?
Well, probably trying to get even more real estate in his head.
And Wardlow gasping, choking, unable to breathe. Ouch. One shot sends Wardlow to a knee. These visuals are so telling because it's so rare that we see Wardlow in a sign of weakness or a sign of vulnerability.
And I will again pause it. I don't know that Wardlow knows how to deal with it. He's never had to fight from below before. Bulk Nasty does 4 things. And if he's not at the gym or eating, then thank God he is beating the crap out of Wardlow.
Wardlow up and over. Incredible agility, incredible quickness, and the champion explodes with a clothesline.
The power game wasn't working. He just went to a different chapter. Let's get some momentum in this match.
But you notice that flurry of offense. Was it a last-ditch effort? Was it all Wardlow had left in him?
Well, you have to imagine getting a vehicle that big up and moving that fast takes a decent amount of energy. Just because you can do it doesn't mean that the engine's built to last. Now they're both to their feet.
Yeah, about the same time. Same look on their face. And almost a gut check between both men. Who's going to hit who hardest and the most? Let's find out. Wardlow psyched up further. Whether it's Bulk Nasty, Dylan Bostic, John McChesney, anywhere in between, Wardlow will stare defiantly into any challenge and one of them, German suplex.
And that's a lot of weight coming down on the back of Bulk Nasty.
Nearly 300 pounds, and Wardlow made it look near effortless.
Wardlow up.
You gotta be kidding me. Bulk able to counter.
Kick. No.
Oh. Goozles and Wardlow gets drilled.
This could be it.
Choke slam. Got him though.
He didn't really have the pin, the weight over the shoulders like he should have, for lack of a better term.
Bulk is doing an incredible job of neutralizing the intensity, the explosiveness, the unpredictability that has made Wardlow what he is, but Bulk has not found a way to finish the job.
Oh, look out, look out. He's up.
Oh, Wardlow counters! Thrust kick. Oh, can he maintain the weight? All day long. Wardlow. No. My God. And what does Wardlow have left after that? And if that wouldn't keep Bulk down, what will?
Good Lord. And Bulk already back up to his knees.
Wardlow looking on in defiance, in shock, perhaps in perplexion.
Looking for another. No. No.
Good luck here. Bulk overpowers the champion.
And Bulk to his feet. Bulk shaking the cobwebs. No. Up. He has him up.
That big nasty power bomb.
No. He tried to run out.
Yeah. Bulk power to Wardlow this time.
That's it. He has run through the wheat and the chaff.
Got him.
No one. Who? Name a person for me that is kicked out of his powerbomb.
Man, I think we're in a lot of uncharted waters here when it comes to what Bulk, Nasty, and Wardlow are willing to do to one another, the pain they're willing to inflict and able to withstand for the top prize in IWC. And in any language, any era, when the straps drop, it means one thing.
You know what it means. Oh, look at this.
Bulk mocking Wardlow.
No. Up and over.
Release style suplex. Wardlow drills Bulk, but can he follow through?
Belly to back, almost into a choke slam. And Wardlow going up to the top rope. It's a rarity we've seen him do this.
Wardlow likes to go swanton.
Oh!
With perfection.
And look at that pin. It's over.
Got it.
Here is your winner and still IWC World Heavyweight Champion, Wardlow.
The man with war in his name survives literally his biggest challenge to date.
Nobody leave my dog.
I didn't understand that.
How many times do I have to beat this entire roster? I said from the beginning of the year, 19 is the year of Wardlow. And I'm looking to do something that hasn't been done. A lot of people call me Superman. But I think I want a new title. Maybe, what do you guys think? Something like Super Indy.
What?
Oh. Well, this may have been what was being discussed.
Get out here.
Well, we have sensed that hostility grow. Apparently Wardlow was watching John McChesney's matchup with Dylan Bostic. Obviously John McChesney was watching this match. Two men who obviously are very proud of their championships and take themselves very seriously center ring.
John, you and I have never went one-on-one. As I said, we've never had heavyweight champion versus super indie champion, title for title. Next month, McChesney, Wardlow, both titles on the line. Winner takes all.
What? You don't get bigger than that.
Not at all.
At the 18th anniversary?
You might be the biggest here, you might be the baddest here, but IWC is my home. I've been in this locker room than anyone back there. I've been more decorated than any champion here, but I've never held both at the same time. Wardlow, bring it. You got it.
Sealed with a handshake that could single-handedly change IWC's future. 18 years of the International Wrestling Cartel, the 2 top talents, 2 top titles, at stake in one match.
I don't know that either competitor is ready for what they will be facing next month.
18 years of hostility, 18 years of prestige and pageantry comes down to one match to determine without a doubt who is the man in IWC.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.